What is up, guys? My name is Jack O'Brien and welcome back to Interesthings. With renewable energy continuing to drop in prices, it can only mean one thing. It's getting more popular and less expensive. Within the next few decades, we can expect to see an explosion in the renewable energy market. This market will create so many jobs that it might be referred to as the tech bubble 2.0. When we talk about renewable energy, we often think about big old solar panels, gigantic windmills, and a big dam. But that is nowhere near what the future of renewable energy will actually look like. With technology continuing to advance faster and faster, the ways in which we harness these renewable resources will change drastically in the coming decades. Renewable resources such as solar are seeing a huge price drop. This is due to the decrease in hardware prices and has dropped the price of solar by up to 25% in just the past 5 months. These renewable resources are becoming increasingly cheaper due to the increasing technological advancements as well as government subsidies. It is becoming increasingly more economically feasible as well as convenient to use renewable resources. Solar panels are no longer just being used in the traditional sense, where the solar panels take up a huge expanse of land or are put on rooftops. Japan is instead breaking away from tradition and is currently working on the world's largest floating solar panel farm. This is a pretty cool idea. I mean, places like Japan are pretty small and don't have too much more land to expand, so making a solar panel farm is definitely not something that's that feasible for the country. But these solar panel farms that are floating are going to see a huge increase in countries like Japan because they don't have much land to put these solar panel farms. And I mean, there you go, floating solar panel farm, that's all I'm saying. Japan's project will be completed in 2018 and will generate up to 13.7 megawatts of power annually. This will power 5,000 homes and will save 8,000 tons of CO2 emissions annually. That's a lot of CO2. And this is just the beginning, guys. I mean, solar panels are going to become more efficient, powering more homes with the same amount of given solar panels and space. Solar is also becoming much more convenient than traditional methods of generating power. I mean, solar panels are at your house. You can put them on your roof. But you might not just be putting them on your roofs in the coming years because your windows might be solar panels now. Yes, that's right, your windows. MIT is currently working on solar panels that are clear. This would be a seamless replacement for current windows. This means that any large building that is predominantly glass can become a solar farm at the same time. Buildings will become much more self-sufficient, being able to generate their own power as opposed to buying it from another company. Along with solar energy, Japan is currently working on new methods of harnessing wind energy that works better for them. Japan gets many typhoons, which generate a huge amount of energy but are not able to be harnessed by the traditional windmills that they use. Instead, the typhoons generally just wind up destroying the windmills during the storm. The Shimizu Corporation has designed a wind turbine that can harness the power of a typhoon. This is probably the most normal thing that the Shimizu Corporation has designed, and if you haven't heard about the other crazy things, including an underwater city that the Shimizu Corporation has designed, you should click over to my video that I did last week about future cities and the Shimizu Corporation's ideas for what these city designs might be. And the Shimizu Corporation insisted that if they could harness all of the power from a typhoon, they could power all of Japan for 50 years. I mean, that's insane. Obviously, we're not able to harness all of the power from a typhoon, but just harnessing a fraction of the power could power hundreds of thousands of homes for an entire year. It might seem a little bit far-fetched to harness the energy from a typhoon, But being able to harness the energy from all of the Earth's natural forces is what being a Type 1 civilization means. And this is measured on the Kardashev scale, which is a scale that measures civilization development. This means being able to harness the power of typhoons and even volcanoes in addition to the current renewable resources that we utilize. Another technology that will have a huge impact on the future of energy is the creation of superconductors. This means a heatless transfer of energy, or having no heat generated as you transfer an electrical current to energy. We currently generate lots of heat when we conduct electricity. This is why our computers get so hot when we use them for too long. Or like mine always gets. Maybe I use it for way too long. Never mind. A superconductor would, however, generate none of this heat and instead save energy, because none of the energy is going to be lost in heat during the transfer. Scientists are currently researching ways to make superconductors work at room temperatures, as currently they only work at temperatures close to absolute zero. And while this is a little bit far-fetched and we are far off from superconductors becoming a reality, it is not too far-fetched to assume that within our lifetimes we might even see a widespread use of superconductors. Superconductors will save exponential amounts of energy annually and will help reduce the impacts of climate change. Along with superconductors, batteries will see a huge increase in lifespan. There has already been a battery created using nanowire and gel that can be recharged up to hundreds of thousands of times. This has an accumulative lifespan of 400 years. This can and will lead to longer lifespans in electronic devices. And I mean, who doesn't want that? I mean, I know I hate it when my phone dies on me all the time. An increase in battery life, along with the use of superconductors, will create more efficient means of using renewable resources. The coming years will serve as a testament to renewable energy, and we will likely see huge advancements in energy and the way we use, transfer, and store it. Do you think that solar energy will be the main provider of energy in the future? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.